county commissioner wetu. Na mimi nafikiria county commissioner ukitoka hapa utakuwa unaongea Kikuyu. Sijui ulijulia wapi Gaidhi ya Mundu nikushika mtu kwa mkono na kuinua juu. Sababu nilikuwa nimekaa na yeye wakati tulisema Gaidhi ya Mundu nikaona ameshika mkono nikajua kumbe maneno iko sawa sawa. Our chief guest, Your Excellency the Governor of Nyandarua, Dr. Moses Kiarie Badilisha. Your Excellency the Deputy Governor, John Madhara Mwangi. Our host, the Speaker of the County Assembly, Honorable Steve Wachira Waiganjo. Our keynote address speaker, Dr. Julius Kipngetich, and thank you very much for a very good address. The leadership of the County Assembly of Nyandarua, the Deputy Speaker, the Leader of Majority, the Leader of Minority, members of the County Assembly who are present, the members of the County Executive Committee who are present, the members of staff from this County Assembly, my colleagues whom I was working with when I was working here, viongozi wetu wa dini, the bishops who are here, the reverends who are here, Archbishop Joseph, I can see you. Watu wote ambao wamekuja maombi siku ya leo, Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Mnisalimie kwa hewa, Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Leo ni siku ya maombi. Na leo ni siku kubwa. Na leo ni siku mzuri. Mnafaa kuinua tu mkono mseme Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Na nitawaambia nimeona maneno mingi sana hapa ambayo imenifurahisha sana. But first of all, if I was to be a very good judge between the choirs that sang here, the one that sang from the County Assembly and the one that sang from the County Executive, as a very fair judge, I think Your Excellency Governor, your team has won over the County Assembly. Nyinyi ndio mmeshinda. And I'll tell you why. Because these people from the County Assembly, you know, we had prepared kuimba hiyo wimbo bila kuwekewa pale kwa mashini. I don't know ni nani alibadilisha. I think ni Zenji ndiye alibadilisha. We had agreed with Zenji tuimbe kwa mdomo, lakini you have done so well. Lakini also next time when we are jipangaling here, there are two people I don't want to stand next to. Iko watu wawili sitaki nikae karibu na hawa. Number one, mtu anaitwa Mwangi Wanyaga. Mwangi Wanyaga hakuna ikinya hata moja anajua. Mimi nikienda hivi yeye anakuja huku. Nikienda hivi yeye anakuja huku. And of course the second one is Speaker Waiganjo. Honestly, Speaker Waiganjo, I think you are meant to be a Mukurino. Yani because you know so that you can sing. Unajua Mukurino they sing juu chini. Lakini hii ya kwenda kando imekushinda sana Mheshimiwa Speaker. But I'm very grateful to join you here this morning. I have been attending, and thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for extending this invitation to us. I have been faithfully attending these prayer breakfasts, and as most of us have actually mentioned, today is a day of deep reflection, looking at where we were last year and getting to appreciate what God has done for us as a people, as a country, as a leadership, as the people of Nyandarua. We have every reason. We have every reason to thank God. I join my colleagues who have actually also continued to commiserate with the family of our departed colleague, the Honorable Beth Waheto, and we want to ask God that continues standing with the family. I want to thank the members of the County Assembly for the diligent work that you are doing in serving the people of Nyandarua. County Commissioner, I was here for years, and there were days a county commissioner in full uniform would help some people when they were coming, a group of MCAs, when they were coming to actually take a mess, and I was here. I saw some people and I know them, and I can't look at them because I know that I'm talking about them. I want to look at this direction so that nobody can say that. I saw a member of County Assembly with a grinder opening, and the county commissioner was here. So we cannot take it for granted that God has granted us peace, because there is no way we can work without peace and harmony. That does not in any way stop us, Your Excellency the Governor. It does not stop us, me and the members of the County Assembly, from praying oversight. We can pray oversight and be peaceful. Because anyway, the tools that we have been given are, we have them. There is none in the tools that we've been given that includes violence. For us, is to invite you here, your members of the County Executive Committee, and I want to encourage members of the County Assembly. I want to encourage you. Borrow from the model of the National Executive. Borrow from the model of the Senate. invite these county executive members and ask them very hard questions. You are the representatives of the people. And next time, Honorable Majority Leader, and I'm very respectful, next time, even in your protocol, ensure that you mention the members of the county assembly before the members of the county executive committee, because I think you are senior to them. You have been elected and you have a mandate from the people. Ask them questions, and I have no problem whatsoever, because I know they are good people that are working very hard. Thank you very much, Daktari, for a very, very informative session. We in Nyandarua are also in the journey. We want to join the rest of the Republic in journeying towards going to Singapore. But there is one thing that is fundamental, and not even President William Ruto, not even many people who want us to go to Singapore actually mention about, and it is very profound. About that leader who was there, and you say that we need to read his book, and we continue reading. But there is one profound thing that he always spoke about, and he always advocated for. And it is the basis and the foundation upon which this country, upon this which county, upon which any leadership would move their country to the next level. If you cannot talk about corruption, there is no way you can move to the next level. There is no way you can take Kenya anywhere, not even Kenya. No, there is no way you can take a village to the next level. You have to first speak about corruption, because it does not matter how much you collect as revenue. If you collect 4 billion, if you collect maybe 4 trillion in your budget, and half of that money goes to individual pockets, you have been defeated by a country that has a budget of 3 trillion if it goes to the people. So we must continue fighting and speaking about corruption from the national level, the country level. You've spoken about consumers versus conservers. And that is a very exciting conversation for the people of Nyandarua. And it just reminded me, and I wish, you have been told today is not a day of politics, so I'm very careful not to play politics. I'm extremely careful. But I wish President William Ruto did not remove me as the chairman committee on environment. And I'll tell you why. Governor Badilisha here will tell you that in that conversation of conservers versus consumers, we had made very tremendous steps when I was chairman committee on environment. I had already invited Governor Badilisha. He appeared before my committee. I invited the county assembly. They appeared before me. We invited the county government of Nairobi. Governor Sakaja appeared before me. We were just at the tail end of tabling a report in the Senate, of getting to understand if we supply at least 18% of all the water that is taken in Nairobi, 950 million cubic meters of water comes from Sasumwa in Jambini here. And there is nothing to get for it. Do you actually imagine that the people of Jambini, the people of Sasumwa, do not have piped water? And they can see that resource. They take care of that resource. Every time there is a fire, the people of Nairobi don't come and put out that fire. Every time there is a challenge at that place, at that resource, we are the people who take care of that resource. I have never seen the people of Nairobi come to even plant tree. We are the people who take care of the abadeas. So we were at the tail end of getting to understand these people with a budget of 20 billion, what are they giving to the people of Nyandarua, so that we can also take care of the resource and feel very proud that you are taking care of a resource. Unfortunately, politics being politics, I'm now in the Committee of Education. I was told that I was taken to the Committee of Education because, you know, at the devolution level, they deal with the technical training colleges, village polytechnics, and ECDs. So I was told that I would fit very well because I have young children. So they are going to, so I would fit very well in the Committee of Education. And it's okay, and we shall continue. You've spoken about trying to improve our level of education. I also want to give you comfort. Through the efforts, because it is fair to actually mention, through the efforts of Governor Dr. Kiarie Badilisha, we now have Nyandarua University. In fact, there are students who are now currently being taught at the Nyandarua University. I had encouraged most of these people so that we can join there and we start a degree with the others, but we shall start next semester. We shall start next financial year, we shall start all of us. You've also spoken, and I think this is the final part that I want to speak about. You've also spoken about citizens' engagement. One of the departures of the 2010 Constitution, one of the things that we really feel proud of the 2010 Constitution is public participation. Because you can actually say, you are taking people to Singapore, assuming Singapore is in Jambini and you're in Olkalau. You actually think because you are moving very fast, you are going to Jambini. Kumbe you have taken the road to Nyahururu. You need to watch back and ask the people, are we going in the right direction? You might build a resource and the people are looking for another resource. That is why at the beginning of a term of a county government, there is the County Integrated Development Plan, CIDP, so that we also get to understand what do the people want. And so, therefore, in another church that I preach, and some of these people here are my reverends. Now I'm an archdeacon, and we have another bishop somewhere. So, in another church that I preach, that what you have called citizen engagement, tunaita kusikiza ground. So in that other church, tunaita kusikiza ground, and it's a very profound thing, so that we also listen to the people and we act and live in their aspiration. Maybe finally, it's just to remind the Honorable Adrimu, big difference between uwajibikaji and uadilifu. Uadilifu is responsibility. No, uwajibikaji is responsibility. Uadilifu is integrity. That is kulingana na masomo ambayo mimi nilisomea. And if I am wrong, please forgive me. I went to a school called Mushifao. It's a polling station, so it's okay. You can actually make small challenges. I want to thank you very much, the people of Nyandarua, for giving me an opportunity to serve you as your senator. I always take it with a lot of pride that you've given me an opportunity to serve you as your senator. I am very, very grateful. I'll continue serving you. I'll continue putting the best foot forward. As a people, and I want to tell you, Dr. as a people of Nyandarua, we cannot say that the year might have been difficult, but we would thank God. One, our rains didn't fail, so we have plenty in our farms. But more importantly, for the first time since the advent of devolution, and I'm sure Governor Badilisha, this is something that we shall keep telling our people, because this is extremely profound, that in the fourth sharing formula of national revenue, Nyandarua County qualified to the affirmative counties that will get 375 million for the next 5 years, 375 every year. That is extremely profound. We would want to push as much resources, and mine is to actually protect devolution. We would want to send as much resources to the county governments, because according to Schedule 4, the functions that are shared are really quite many, and we need to support our counties. I also have reason to personally thank God. You all know, it is out of God's grace that I, of course, stand before you as your senator. You know that I have seen so much. Governor Badilisha, I don't know whether the person, the Kikuyu saying that I don't know, because I think maybe you have seen so much, but I think I have also seen things that you have not seen yourself, Governor Badilisha. Despite the fact that you are the age of my father, I have seen so much within a very short while. And just this morning, when I was coming from Nyumbani, I actually decided that one of the cars that I will use is, and if any of you want to go and confirm, you go and see that it is bullet landed. You know, we have never repaired. I always want to remember that God saved me on a day that I went to Muranga, and bullets were fired at my car, and I am here standing before you. Isn't this God's doing? So I have a personal reason of thanking God. Mimi ni lazima nimshukuru Mungu kwa sababu mimi niko uhai na nitaendelea na atanilinda na atanisaidia mpaka siku nyingine Mungu atatusaidia na tutaenda mbele na tutaendelea kuwafanyia kazi. I don't want to say anything more than that. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a prosperous New Year. May God be with you as we walk through the New Year, and may also God be with you as we also celebrate the next. I want to see all of you here as we celebrate next year's prayer breakfast. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki. It is my pleasure to invite His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Nyandarua, the Honorable John Mathara Mwani.